Welcome to the Wealthy and Healthy podcast, hosted by me, Beck Hibbard. This is the podcast where I share all of the juice around my story and how I went from being a broke and bankrupt single mum who had lost it all to rebuild my life in a few short years, creating a global six-figure business, all while remaining in my feminine flow and living a life of freedom. Now, in these episodes of this podcast, I will be teaching you how to build the life of your dreams whilst becoming the wealthiest and healthiest version of yourself. Now, let's get into today's episode. Hello, my love. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I am so grateful to have you here. So grateful. And this is a little bit of an intimate podcast because I am in bed at the time of recording this. I do not know what is going on, but I have literally had my period twice in the space of like 24 days. I had my period and then I had a week break. And then it came 8 days later, or like a week later, because it came 8 days early. So I've been going through the most cycle-wise, hormones-wise, and I have no idea why this is happening to me. This does happen to me from time to time, but I really thought after getting my contraception taken out that I was like, okay, back into some good sort of like cycle flow and everything was good, but no, my body had other ideas for me. So not sure what's going on. No idea if it could be something astrology based either, because that's not really my area of expertise. Money and business is more so my jam compared to astrology and stuff like that. So I don't know if Mercury is in the microwave, but here I am in bed. So if you hear some like ruffling, it's just the sheets. It is just the sheets. But I thought, you know what? I am all about running my business and my company on my terms. And it's very much like I have a freedom-based business. So you bet I am going to sit in bed and record my podcast episode. Like you bet, I create the rules to my reality, and I believe that this is going to be an incredible episode. And you are going to gain so much from me, my wisdom, from my bed. So here we are. But I hope you are doing absolutely amazing. And if you haven't yet, I want to ask you to do me a solid, okay? If you have not yet rated the podcast on Spotify or left a review on Apple, can you please go and do that for me? Like, it would mean the freaking world to me. We've had over 12,000 downloads of the podcast, and we only have 49 star ratings. And it's just like the math isn't mathing. So I'm not sure what's going on and why we don't have more, rates and reviews. So if you haven't done it, please do it. Please do it. Like, I would appreciate it so much. And knowing that, like, seeing you guys share my episodes too, like when you share my episodes, I get so much joy because it actually affirms to me that what I am speaking about is impacting your life and it is relevant to you. And this is why I do what I do. Like, this is why I have the podcast, to impact and help change your life. So when you're not reviewing it, rating it, sharing it, I'm like, is there a point? Like, are you gaining value from it? Are you not getting value from it? Should I keep going with this? Like, I don't know. So the more that you share the episodes and the more that you rate and review, like, it literally keeps me wanting to show up because I'm directly talking to you. I'm directly helping you. And this is obviously all free. It's an incredible resource. You get so much of, my brain and my opinions, my beliefs completely for free, which is what we love the most about this platform. So I love you and I appreciate you. Now, in today's episode, we are talking about how to be that it girl. And I'm using air quotations when I say it girl with money. Okay, I know I've spoken about being the it girl before, just in like general, and that episode went bananas. Like, that was one of my most downloaded episodes. And so I was pondering what it meant to be an it girl with money And this is the vision. This is like the archetype. This is who she is. And if you want to embody any one of these, values of her or traits of her, then this is going to be an episode you are going to love, because I'm going to break down how to become your very own it girl with money. So she is the woman where she tracks and manages her money very well. She's always investing into learning new things. So she's always like doing like hobbies or programs or courses. And she probably has a coach too, because she is that type of girly. She has a coach, she has a money mindset coach, she has a life coach. And she has the best of the best like items in her life and clothes. Okay, she is not walking around with like holes in her underwear. She is not wearing mismatched bra and underwear sets under her clothes. Okay, she is not wearing freaking jeans that are maternity jeans or maternity bras. Like, she is wearing the best of the best, and she lets go of the items when they no longer feel luxurious to her. And it's the same with her items. Like, she is not carrying around a water bottle that is scratched to the nines and dinged up. Like, her water bottle looks like it's brand new. Her phone case looks like it's brand new. She doesn't have a cracked screen. Like, she just aesthetically has it all together. You know exactly what I'm talking about when I describe this. She also is the type of woman who brunches regularly. So you'll find her at a brunch, her favorite cafe, often. She has a skincare routine, and might I add, she has the best of the best skincare. She has a crazy, incredible, like, step by step skincare routine. You know the one that I'm talking about. She always has money for coffee. Yes, she loves an iced almond latte, and she always has money on her card for coffee. That is like a non-negotiable, okay? She has and wears designer. So she has a few staple pieces in her wardrobe that are designer. A few handbags, a few shoes, a few nice clothes items, designer items in her wardrobe that are designer. And she goes to a bougie gym. Okay, she like goes when she works out, it is an experience. She goes to a very elite gym. She is not just settling for any sort of like PT sessions. She's not going to a gym where the equipment keeps breaking and it's faulty and it smells like smelly socks. Like, she is going to a bougie gym, and that is what keeps her motivated for her workouts, because when she walks in there, she feels like it is just a whole damn vibe and a whole experience. And she also travels regularly. So you bet she has a bank account that is set up for her future travel. Okay. She literally goes on a Euro hot girl summer. She travels around Asia. She's going to the US. Like, she is traveling. She has a really high value on travel. And so she consistently books trips, or if not, she's researching like her desktop, the browser on her Google is like just travel, 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 travel. And she has lots of different like accounts for booking.com, Agoda. Like, she is clued in. So if anything that I described is the type of person, the type of woman that you want to be, then this is going to be for you. Because I'm going to break down right now how to create this life for you. And it's totally fine if you didn't resonate with all of it. Maybe you're like, fuck yeah, I want to travel. I want to be the it girl with a lot of money that travels, but designer isn't my thing. That's fine. That's totally fine. You can custom create this. And like a little journal prompt for you is, I would even ask yourself, what does it mean to be the it girl with money for you? Like, if you were to be the it girl with money specifically for you, what would that mean? Like, what would that mean? Is it the things that I've described? Is there more things? Is there less things? I'm very interested to know. Okay, so how to create this life for you. So just I'm going to do a little quick recap. So the it girl with money, what she does is she tracks and manages her money well. She's always investing into learning new things. She has the best of the best items and the best of the best clothes. She is brunching regularly. She has a step skincare routine. She always has money for coffee. That's like a no-brainer. She wears and owns designer. She goes to a bougie gym and she travels regularly. Okay, so how do we create this life? How do you become the it girl with money? Well, the first thing that you need to start doing is track your money. Okay, track your money. And not in the way of lack, not in the way of restricting yourself, not in the way of budgeting. That is so fucking ick. We don't do that here. And hi, if you're new to my podcast, I'm the unconventional money mindset coach. I teach you how to make more money, not to cut back on the money you have. Okay, so that's the gist. That's what we do here. So how we do that is we track what is coming in. And I actually have these really incredible money management tracking sheets, and I will link them in the show notes. And so what we do with this is we are tracking the money that's coming in, and we are keeping a tab on everything that's coming in. And only once will I ever get you, and I break this down in my tracking sheets, but only once will I ever get you to go over the money that's going out. And the reason why we only do this once is because we just want to take like a stock, we want to do some stock take on your money, and we want to see if where the money going out is in alignment with who you are becoming. Okay. So it's like, and the reason why we do this is you may be someone where you're really ready to hire me as your very own personal money mindset coach, but you're spending so much money on Uber Eats and you're like, it just doesn't align with me. Like, I really want to invest into having Beck as my one-to-one coach. That feels very bougie. That feels very luxurious. That feels like the next step. So me spending so much money on Uber Eats is not only not great for my health, but it's not who I'm trying to become. So I'm going to like change that. And so there also might be things that you are subscribed to. Like, how many of us have like subscriptions? It's like we open our banking app and it's like Apple's taken $6 for this and it's taken $10 for this, and then this happened and you've got like 3 gym memberships and 2 of them you don't even go to. So we take a stock take of your money. We look at what's going out, we clean it up, we cancel the things that aren't in alignment, and it's not out of lack. It's not to save money. We're not cutting back on things that we actually really enjoy. It's just the things that we're like, hey, I actually didn't realize this was going out of my bank account. That doesn't feel good anymore. And then we start focusing on what's coming in, and then we start delegating it. So with the tracking sheets, we are breaking our money into accounts. We're breaking our money down into categories. How much money a week do you want to put for food? How much money a week do you want to put aside for coffee, right? Because remember, the It Girl, she has a coffee every day from a barista from her favorite cafe. So she's going to need a coffee allowance. Well, it's time to set up a bank account for coffee. And maybe it's something like you really value buying new clothes and you feel like you haven't been able to buy new clothes often or recently. It's like, okay, can you create an account where it is specific to clothes? Like you put some money aside every single week, and that is to buy new clothes. So that's why it's so important that you start tracking and managing your money. Stop being an emu and putting your head in the sand, because that is not serving you in the slightest way. Instead, it's really important that you know what's going on, okay? You know what is going on. You know what's coming, what's going, where things are moving to, and you're no longer in the cycle of living week to week or like barely getting by, because you're ahead of everything. You know how much your bills cost you each week, so you put that amount into an account and then it's done. You don't stress about a single phone bill again, because you know that it's all accounted for. You also know how much money you want to stack for that future holiday, because yep, you're the girl that travels, okay? So then what you're going to do is you're going to put that money aside into your stacking account for your future travels. You know that you want to have a coffee allowance. You want to freaking get your bougie coffee from the barista on the way to work or before you start your business. So it's like, okay, well, you're going to now have a coffee allowance. So do you see how, like, by doing this, you are actually harnessing the different versions of you? You're harnessing the version of you that buys a coffee regularly. You're harnessing the version of you that's traveling. You're harnessing the version of you that's upgrading their clothes. And so when you utilize your money to support those versions of you, that's when you receive more and you receive quicker, because you're not stressing about the phone bill, whether it's paid. You're not stressing about your car repayment. You're not stressing about the holiday that you want to book in 2 months' time and you don't have the money for it there. It's like, if you delegate every single week and you break it all down, well, then money gets to become fun. You get to move it around and you're no longer thinking about it. You're no longer stressing about it. Because let me tell you, the more that you think about money, the more that you stress about it, the more that you're anxious about it, the less money you will receive. Plain and simple. Why would you ever receive more of something that you are so attached to, something that you're so stressed about, something that makes you anxious? Like, please explain that math to me. Why would you ever receive that? You're never going to receive more money if you are stressed out by it. So if you do the right thing by it, you move it around, you delegate it and all the things, you're going to get more of it. Simple. And so you can do this yourself in a journal or an Excel spreadsheet, however, whatever's your jam, you can do it yourself, or you can download my tracking sheets and they are all laid out for you. If you have a PDF, like Adobe, you can edit them. I have some people that just print them out. Some of the people use them as like a template. They'll still write everything out in a journal, but they've got them there for like a template. So these are amazing, and I will link them in the show notes. Okay. So the next thing that you can do in order to create that it girl lifestyle with money is signing up to the program that you specifically want to grow and learn more about. Okay. So maybe you are the it girl with money this year where she starts her online business or her side hustle. Okay. Maybe you work a 9 to 5 and you're like, you know what? I really feel like it's my time to get into being my own boss, or at least just making some extra money on the side. Well, if you are the it girl with money, then you know how important it is to reinvest your money so that it grows for you. And how do we reinvest it? I'm not talking stocks. I'm not talking crypto, real estate. I'm talking investing into your knowledge. So if you're someone this year where you have a business, you want to start a business, you want a little side hustle, well, girlfriend, it is time to start investing into the programs that are going to teach you about branding, that are going to teach you about marketing, that are going to teach you about sales, that are going to teach you about money. So important that you learn about money. Okay, so those are the things. Maybe you're someone that you want to start a hobby. Maybe you're like, right, if I'm the it girl with money, I am going to start my horse riding classes. Okay, well, you're going to have to start investing into horse riding classes, the lessons that you need to do. And you're going to need to invest it into jodhpurs and boots and all the other things that you need to get to actually consistently be the girly that is a part of the saddle club. So it's like, whatever you want to do, you need to actually start making moves and start investing in that version of you. Okay, super, super important. Whether that's a program, a masterclass, a coach, maybe you decide that you really want to work with me and you want to have your very own money mindset coach. How fucking bougie is that? You could be the woman that has your own money mindset coach. We could work together. If that's you, send me a message. But that is the next step on how to create that life. Okay. Now, another little thing that I want you to start doing in order to become the it girl with money. Now, remember we said that the it girl with money, she has the best of the best clothes. Well, it is time to create an upgrade list for your clothes. Now, I teach this in more depth. I teach everything about an upgrade list in my money magnetism program, which the doors to that are opening very, very soon. I'm so excited. They're opening very, very soon. But I'm going to teach you this in regards to clothes specifically. So I want you, after this, or even you could be listening to this right now, and I want you to go do this. Go open your clothes, like your closet, your wardrobe, wherever your clothes are situated. I don't even care if they're a suitcase, but hopefully they're not in a suitcase. But I want you to go and look at your clothes. Look at your underwear. When was the last time that you brought underwear? Does your underwear match your bras? When was the last time that you upgraded your bras? Or do you still have maternity bras and your kids are like 5 years old? Please, dear God. When was the last time that you upgraded your active wear? Okay. Really look at your wardrobe, and I want you to write a list of all of the items that need an upgrade. Need an upgrade, whether that's new underwear, new bras, new socks, new jeans, new dresses, new activewear. It could be the biggest list in the world. And it's amazing if it is. Okay. If you have a huge list, don't make it a big deal. It is what it is. Everything will get upgraded in due course. And so now that you have an upgrade list, what I want you to start focusing on every week when you manage your money and when you move it around, I want you to focus on upgrading one item of your wardrobe. That's it, one item. If you might need to upgrade your bras, okay. This week, can you go buy yourself a new bra? And better yet, actually make an experience where you go to a store where they fit you. Like, go to an actual store and be like, okay, I'm looking for a new bra. I actually want to get fitted. Can you give me options? They will fit you. They will bring you options. It'll be a whole experience, which will be very beautiful, very nice. And we are all about experiences here, and making moments with our money is super, super important. But week by week, you are going to upgrade item by item by item. And that way, it's not an overwhelming experience. It doesn't have to feel like upgrading your wardrobe is going to break your bank. Like, it could just be a small thing each week. If it's new underwear, okay, could you go to Victoria's Secret and, I don't know, go get the 5 for 25 deal? Or if it's new socks, could you go and get like a 3-pack of socks that's like $8 or something? But slowly but surely, I want you to upgrade. And instead of upgrading to something that's just cheap and like the clothes that feel like, oh, and it'll do, those clothes where you're like, oh, it'll do. Those jeans will fit. They'll do. I really want you to look at the stores that you want to buy in, the stores that make you feel bougie, that make you feel luxurious. What brand is that? What is the next level up? And then actually start shopping at those stores when you are making your upgrades. Okay. And this also, like, being the it girl with money, she spends her money intentionally. Super, super intentionally. So when you are making these purchases, when you are making these upgrades, it's super important that you are intentional and you're not just, spending your money for the sake of spending your money. And instead, you are being intentional. Like, do you really want to buy that? Does that really feel good to you? Or are you just like spending money out of emotions, or are you spending money trying to like get some sort of feeling? And just look at the way that you're spending money, because the it girl, she's intentional. Like, she is so intentional. She's not afraid to say no. If someone invites her out somewhere and that doesn't feel like it's in alignment with her or her vibe, she literally will be like, you know what, it's not for me. I'm going to sit this one out. Right? She doesn't settle for like mediocre clothes. She doesn't settle for cheap food or anything like that. Like, she literally is very, very intentional with her spending, and she doesn't spend out of emotions. She's not spending on items to get some sort of quick feeling. She's being very intentional. And sometimes that means that she's mapping out her purchases before she purchases them. She's researching the things that she wants to buy. She's actually looking at her money, and she's being super intentional. Okay, very, very important. Now, to create that it girl lifestyle with money, also finding abundance with $0. So the it girl with money, she is so grateful. She is so abundant, and she is so happy. Like, the energy radiates off her. And the reason being is that she can find abundance in all areas of her life without having to spend a single dollar. She doesn't need to spend a dollar in order to feel abundant. She can feel abundant by just looking around her right now in this moment and seeing things that bring her that feeling of gratitude, that bring her that feeling of joy, that bring her that feeling of excitement. So where in your life could you find abundance right now? Where in your life can you find abundance without having to spend a single dollar? Where in your life could you find more gratitude? Where in your life could you find more joy? So this next little thing that I want you to focus on is making room for the newness. And this kind of goes hand in hand with upgrading, like the clothes. Start throwing out the clothes that don't fit. Start throwing out items that you no longer use in your home. Start throwing out the items that are broken. Start releasing the old. If you're going to start to upgrade your life, your clothes, the items in your life, well, it's time that you let go of the old, because the old is holding up energy and it's holding up space. And I promise you, when you remove that energy and when you remove that space, that's when new things will fill it. That's when more money will come. That's when more clothes will come, more makeup, better kitchen utensils, all the things. They will come, but you have to get rid of the things that are no longer serving you. You have to get rid of the old things, okay? Some of the things that you might also want to upgrade is your skincare routine. Right? Your skincare routine. Because being the it girl with money, she has like her skincare routine down pat. She knows all the steps. She is in love with the products she uses. The products she uses are really good quality. They're not just like cheap stuff off the shelves. Like, she is all in. She's researched her skin. She's probably spoken to a skin therapist at her last facial appointment. Side note, when was the last time you treated yourself to a facial? But she has a full upgraded routine, and that routine she does morning and night, and it makes her feel like a goddess. It makes her feel like a bad and bougie bitch. So it's really important that you look at your skincare routine. And if you don't have a skincare routine, that's great. You can start one. Like, that's awesome. You can literally start one after this podcast. You can start looking into skincare. If you're on socials, you could literally put on your stories right now and be like, what skincare is everyone using and why? And just like start to, see what your audience says back to you. And then from there, start making investments to upgrade your skincare. And again, that might mean that you put money aside each week, knowing that there is a goal to eventually upgrade your skincare, but you can start doing that today. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about, is the it girl with money. She puts a high value on travel. So, of course, she has her account, her savings account, which is geared for travel. That's her goal. So every week she's putting a bit of money aside in her travel account religiously. She's not transferring it out because the goal is to be able to travel. So she's stacking her dollars in her account. But she also has a travel list of all the places that she wants to visit. And this list is extensive. She knows where she wants to go. She knows where she wants to stay. She knows the places she wants to eat at. She knows the tours she wants to do. She knows the shops she wants to shop at. And she also has her vision board, a travel vision board. Okay, a vision board dedicated purely for travel. Okay, this could literally, you can create this like on a wallpaper on your iPhone screen. You can create this just in Pinterest. You could get like a board in Pinterest, name it travel, and start pinning away all the places you want to go, all the places you want to eat at. But it's super important that you get clear on the travel that you want to do, where you want to go, so that you can energetically sprinkle your energy into the universe, and then the universe can meet that and match that and come back to you with the goods, with the opportunities, with the doors that you get to walk through that is going to allow you to step into traveling. Okay? I love you. I appreciate you, my it girl with money, and I cannot wait to see you tag me in this episode and start implementing these things and see you embrace and become your very own it girl with money. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you feel called and if you feel aligned, please share this on your social media and tag me at Beck Hibbard, because I love to reshare all of the tags. And if you really feel called to it, and I would honestly really appreciate this if you could leave a 5-star review on whatever platform that you're listening to this episode on.